before we start the video. You can basically take a safety pin, turn it upside down as I do, and I hook the hoop part onto the safety pin. There you go. And you basically put it on the side of your shirt. I like to use the line of my shirt as a guide, or even your pants as a guide, your shorts, whatever. And basically you just kind of do it like this, go under, go through, clip, and bam. There you go. Some people wear it on the side of their pants like this. And you see some people that puts it on the side of their pants and it kind of clips like that. Or you have some people that put it on their belt buckle as well. You can put it on the bottom of the skirt, on the side of your shirt. But basically this is just the basic way that everybody does it. There you go. So for those who are asking how you put them on, it's two on each side. You can see both the sides of my shirt. There you go. So I hope that worked, and I hope that you guys were able to see that. So now we're going to start the tassels. I'm going to do a real simple, maybe staircase braid design. I'm gonna do something real simple. This is my first tassel video, so bear with me. You know, if I be going too fast or if it's not clear, you know, just send me a comment or email and let me know. But my yarn is already pre-cut because I actually was going to do the video last night, so I kind of pre-cut the yarn. Basically, I'm going to use gray, black, and blue. You must always have the quarter blue, as the scriptures state. You always have the quarter blue. No matter what colors you use, just always use the quarter blue. Alright, we're going to do two parts of this video because I can only do it in 10-minute increments. So I'm going to try to go as fast as I can to show you, you know, the simplest design as I can. Okay? So basically what I've done is I took a big like safety pin, a huge one, the biggest one you can find, and I hooked it on the arm of the couch. You can hook it on your pants, a pillow, something cloth that you can pull and tug on, because that's what you're going to be doing when you're making tassels. Okay, and basically what I'm doing here, I'm just evening it out to make sure it's all even, because I, you know, like my yarn to be even. And always make sure that you cut the yarn longer than you want the tassel, because depending on what style you do, you know, it takes up yarn. Like if you're doing the Chinese staircase or just the staircase, which is the same thing, a lot of yarn is used. If you're doing the lock style, a lot of yarn is used. So always make sure your yarn is longer than the length that you want the tassel. Okay, so I'm going to start now. There's about 3 or 4 different ways that you can do a hoop. My favorite hoop is the braided hoop, which will look like this. If you can see that clear, I'm not sure. But that's a braided hoop. You can do the single hoop, is what I call it, where you basically take a piece of yarn, and you actually, it's going to look like this. If you do a single hoop, you just basically take a piece of extra piece of yarn, kind of like that. I don't know if you guys can see this, and you basically tie it in a knot under the yarn, and it will basically come out like this. That will be what you would call a single hoop, and you basically just hoop it onto the yarn of your choice, etc., etc. You can also do a hoop like this. Some of Coaties, they will do their hoop like this. You know, they will just gather the yarn together, you know, tie a little knot in it, and that will be another hoop. There's also a cobra hoop, but I really don't know how to do it, but it's a Coati Hadaria and a Coati Dania that's in D12 that knows how to do the cobra hoop. So you might have to get with them on that. Now what we're going to do, again, like I said, we're going to do a basic staircase braided design. Okay, and I'm going to start now by doing the hoop. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, again, like I said, always make sure your yarn is even it out. And I'm going to put a piece between my leg. I'll put the camera down here so you guys can see. You see that? That allows me to hold the yarn so that the other side doesn't slip and become uneven while I'm braiding one side. Okay? Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is just braid up at the top where I want the hoop for me to hook the pin in. That's what I'm going to start braiding first. Okay, as you can see, I know I'm going fast, but it's basically just a simple braid, how you would braid someone's hair. That's basically what I'm doing right now. And you see that? You basically go to the length that you want So I'm going to put the other piece between my leg, and I'm going to start on this side, and I'm going to continue the braid because I'm getting ready to make my hoop that you will see basically as we form the hoop, the braided hoop. Alright, and again, if it's not clear enough, you know, feel free to call me, email me, IM me, whatever, to let me know if it wasn't clear enough or if I went too fast, and you know, we'll do it over, or we'll, you know, get it done the best we can. So basically I'm finished with the braided hoop. Can you see that? I still have it hooked on, but what I'm going to do right now, so it doesn't unravel until I start my design, I'm going to take 2 pieces of the yarn. I hope you guys can see that. And I'm going to go under, crisscross, and over, and tie a little knot in it right at the end of where I stopped braiding at for the hoop, so that it doesn't come loose. And basically here's your finished product of your hoop. Okay, so I'm going to hook it back on and start the design. Okay, now what we're going to do here is we're going to do the staircase, okay, and a staircase in a braided style. Okay, so just bear with me. Again, I said this is my first tassel video because I'm used to showing people when we're around each other. You know, when we have gatherings or when we fellowship, a lot of us are coaches. We sit around and we show each other the different styles that we know how to do, and we show each other, you know, different ways to do things as far as tassels. So it's kind of my first video, but if you were here, I'm telling you, I can show you, and it's so easy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the staircase. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 pieces of yarn and hold it to the side. And then the 2 colors that I want to show on the top, I'm going to put in my right hand. Now you can do whatever colors you choose. You can put 2 colors, 3 colors, 1 color, whatever color you see fit to have on the top. And what I mean about on the top is basically the colors that you want to show in the first part of the design. So we're going to go ahead and start. So again, I have 4 pieces that I'm holding in my hand, and then I have my 2 colors that I want to show on top, which is going to be my gray and black. I hope you guys can see that clear enough. And basically what we're going to do, as you can see, you see my finger, always let your fingers be your guide. When you're doing tassels, always let your fingers be your guide. And I'm telling you, family, once you learn the basics of tassels, your imagination is going to go so far, and you're going to be able to do so many different designs. It's going to be like amazing. It's going to blow your mind. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 2 that I want to show on top, and I'm going to go under, over, and through the hoop. Then I'm going to pull the 2 up, still holding the 4 just straight. So again, that's under, over, through the hoop, pull up, under, over, through the hoop, and pull up. And you just continue to do that until you get to the length that you want that particular part of the tassel. Okay, so we're going under, over, and through the hoop. Okay, under, over, and through the hoop. And you will excuse me, eventually start to see the staircase pattern form. I know you guys see my dog in the background rolling all over the floor. Don't worry, y'all, she has issues. So again, we're going under, over, and through the hoop, and up. Under, over, through the hoop, and pull up. The only thing you're pulling up is the 2 colors that are going to be on the top. And you will eventually see the staircase pattern start to form. Now let me bring that a little close to the camera so you can see. I hope you guys can see. Do you see that? You see how the staircase is starting to form? You see that? Yay, awesome, right? So I'm going to stop this video, and we're going to continue on in part 2. Toda for your patience. Shalom.